Alright, so I know my drawing's a little bit different, but I wanted the flamingos to be closer together to create a sense of intimacy, so I just quick sketched out a new version. So let's say our white is going to be the cloud, the sun, and the sand. So let's quick get these guys in here with our ink pen. And I would use kind of really thin lines for your sun rays. Same thing with your sand. I'm thinking Hawaiian beach theme. Let's kind of get the edge of our water in. For the body, let's do one layer of shade. And you can do a side diagonal hatch for this. Just do the entire wingspan. The hat, the eyes, the beak, everything. For the beak, let's kind of, curve our line just a little bit. So we kind of capture that beak. And for the hat, let's kind of curve our line a bit to kind of emphasize a cylindrical kind of shape here. Feel free to go hardcore on the eyes. This is going to help them pop up from your drawing. We got most of the first layering here. Let's add a secondary layer to our hats, just on the sides. And let's add a secondary layer underneath our chins. Just a really tiny little secondary layer, super close together, on the underside of your flamingo. Now that might be the throat, the underside of the throat. Look right here, the chin area, because your head is blocking the light. So put your lines super close together, okay? And you'll kind of capture that outline. Let's do the underbelly. Let's do the rump. These are all underneath our bird, right? It's the underside, the bottom half. Let's kind of feather in this edge here. And let's do the beaks. Remember that curve. You want to emphasize the curvature in the beak. Alright. For the secondary layer of your hat on the bottom here, you're just going to make a series of smile lines. Let's add 3 layers to the very, very bottom edge of your hat. Now that you kind of have your bodies established, we're going to add our feathers in here. Remember they have like little feathers? Go ahead and add those here. Kind of curved lines. And then add a dark little tip for the tail. Don't be afraid to feather it out. When I say feather it out, I mean soft, kind of slightly curved strokes on the edge here. They got like a little bit of a plumage on their rump, right? A little bit of a plumage. So, we kind of want our top here to be a little bit different than our bottom. So let's very, 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 very gently kind of add a secondary layer, but just make a few lines in between the white spaces that you have. I would stop and pull away from those areas just to make sure that you're not going too dark too quickly. There we go. And to help define your bottom more, or the underside, add a very gentle third layer here on the edge to help give some three-dimensional quality to your bird's body. See that? I want you to do that on both sides. Don't outline, shade. We're still doing the side diagonal hatch, so we have a unified piece, but we are adding an additional layer of darkness just on the underbelly here, because this is the furthest away from the light, right? Now for the legs, it's going to be kind of tricky, because you're going to add one layer of curved line, but you're going to switch the curve. You see how my curves are going up and down here, and there are smile lines there? That's because I have a bend in my leg. Think of like, I don't know if you've seen a chicken leg, how kind of, curved it is and textured it is. That's kind of what we're going for here with our line quality. So we got smile line from the knee up. And then when you have that bend, you're going to have a smile line, but it's going to be in a vertical fashion. Your back legs and baby's legs are going to be super easy, because all you got to do is just keep that smile line going all the way down to the bottom. Since you don't have a bend, you don't have to worry about the muscle or the skeletal structure changing or shifting underneath your light source. And feel free to add a very nice thin additional edge here to help give your line some three-dimensional kind of, quality here. See how I'm adding something really close together? For this, I'm doing a side diagonal hatch to kind of help create that really strong bony edge. This is going to give your legs more of a 3D quality to it, because you got dark where the shadow wraps around the leg, and then it gets lighter and lighter in the middle, and then it goes back to dark as the shadow wraps around the leg again. We're definitely going to repeat this step with the underside of Daddy's leg here. the side that's away from the sun. I'm going to do the smiley line all the way down this part of the body. I'm going to add that additional edge. These are our water birds. So I'm going to add a little bit of webbing to their feet. And I'm going to do that by making a triangular shape with a series of little seagull humps on the bottom for the flippers. Kind of want you to move your lines kind of in a teepee fashion for your little feet here. Now for the water. You're going to do about 2 layers of a horizontal stroke. Maybe even 3. But let's stick with 2 for right now. Here's layer 1. Emphasizing the way the water is nice and calm. And the reason we want to do at least 2 is so that our birds pop back out again. See that? Be very careful around your legs. You really want these birds to pop out, but you don't want to draw over them. Okay? This is layer number 1. I want you to add 2 layers because it's going to create a contrast between the body of your birds and the body of the water. Do not carve your heart and soul into the paper. Just feather in that second layer with a horizontal back and forth motion. See how that bird's starting to pop out? That's why we're doing 2 layers, minimum. If you don't think he's popping out enough, I think you add a 3rd layer around just near the edge of the bird's body to kind of help give that contrast. And now, my friend, it is time to work on your palm tree. I would work on your leaves first, and then your trunk. Mimic the way a leaf would be shaped and how its veins would be positioned on the surface of your leaf's body. So I did a series of kind of diagonal lines going this way and diagonal lines going that way because you got those little spiky edges to your palm tree. And I would definitely recommend at least 2 layers. Don't worry about them landing in exactly the same spot. They're not going to do that. Nature has a really weird way of just piecing themselves together. If you want, you can draw a series of coconuts using some swirly lines if you want, but if you like the way it looks, then don't worry about it. Your trunk, however, is going to have a different texture. it's going to have that smiley line texture to give you that cylindrical kind of illusion that we were talking about before. And you're going to want at least 2 layers of the smiley lines for your trunk.